Welcome to African Art Whispers, and today we are going to explore the different characteristics of African contemporary art and its evolution. This will be, of course, followed by our usual facts. Now on to the evolution of African contemporary art. It gained international exposure with an exhibition called Les Magiciens de la Terre. It translates in English as The Magician of the World and took place in 1989 in Paris, and more specifically in the Centre Georges Pompidou and Les Grands Halles de la Villette. The exhibition was curated by Jean-Hubert Martin and thought to address one major concern, which is 100% of art exhibitions ignoring 80% of the earth. Three pillars to this strategy. The first pillar is parity. We have a team of advisors with the curators visiting both academically trained and self-taught artists without discrimination between craft and non-craft arts. As a result, we have 100 artists selected, 50 from the center, United States and Europe, and 50 from the margin, which includes Latin America, Australia, Africa, and Asia. With this pillar, we aim to demonstrate that artistic practices is a universal phenomenon in a global world. The second pillar is the departure from the traditional view of African art. Non-Western artwork will be identified alongside their name, as it has always been the case for the Western counterparts. Artists will be presented by their name and not by geographical areas or by time period, as it has always been the case. The intent with this pillar is to subvert the illusion of Eurocentric superiority in the field of art, but also to challenge the vision inherited from the colonial age. The third pillar is a shift of center. 1989 is a year of change. We have the fall of the Berlin Wall, the end of the Cold War, the weakening of the apartheid regime in South Africa. Why not a change in the art world? Les Magiciens de la Terre is a key milestone for African contemporary art, but is also the subject of many debates and discussion. One thing that is sure about this exhibition is that it helped to create a common understanding of what African contemporary art is. Now on to our usual facts. The African creative industry is experiencing a solid art renaissance. In the astronomical world of art, only in 2018 the total sales auction amounted to $20.1 billion US, and compared to that, 4.6 million seems very small. Yet this is the record of a total sales auction for African contemporary art. Between 2017 and 2018, we have observed a growth of 43%, which is a good indicator of a niche market. What is interesting about these new trends is that African represented 1/3 of the buyers and accounted for 2/3 of the total sales auction. The record of the highest sales in African contemporary art goes to Ben Enwonu, who is an influential Nigerian artist who passed away in 1994, and to date his work is considered as one of the most valuable in African modern and contemporary art market. Here is one of his work, is the portrait de Tutu, who dates from 1974 and was sold in 2018 for a value of £1.2 million. The auction was also live streamed in Lagos to enable African bidders to participate. The portrait of Tutu is significant not only because of the work, but because it highlights the evolving desire for Africa to have his financial and historical weight grounded into the artwork. Over the past decades, there's been a wave of interest in contemporary visual from African culture. Contemporary African art has been the focus of major events and exhibitions on the continent, but also in Europe and America. Here is our top 4. The Biennale de Dakar, also known as the DAK Art, is the longest running grand-scale art event of the continent. It was conceived in 1989 as an alternative to literature and art. 6 years later, its format changed to only focus on African contemporary art, and in 2014 it was open to non-Africans with an exhibition called Cultural Diversity. This event is an heir to the concept of negritude from Léopold Sédar Senghor. 154 Contemporary Art Fair, it's a leading event. It was founded in 2013 and its name refers to the 54 countries of the continent. It tours Europe, Africa and America. It features art galleries, forums and special programs. The founder is Touria El Gaoui, who is also the daughter of the renowned Moroccan figurative artist Hassan El Gaoui. In less than 3 years, the event tripled its size, and in 2016 we could count up to 130 artists and more than 10,000 visitors. ArtX Lagos was created in 2016 by Tokini Peterside, who is a Nigerian entrepreneur. Its aim was to showcase and support contemporary art from Africa and its diaspora. It draws local artists, but also international collectors and curators. In its 4th edition, the show had artists coming from more than 24 countries, mainly focusing on West Africa. And in 2019, a new section was opened, Art X Modern, and it is mainly dedicated to African modern art. The Z Contemporary Art Africa Museum, also known as Z MOCA, is located in Cape Town, South Africa. It is the largest African contemporary art museum in the world. It hosts collections from eminent artists such as Kehinde Willig, Julie Mehretu, Owangechi Mutu, and it has more than 24 million visitors per year. So this is the end of our video. I hope you have enjoyed it, that you learned a lot of new things. We see you next time, but in the meantime, take care and stay safe.